President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday lamented that the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) was often embroiled in bitter and on occasions totally unnecessary squabbles. Buhari regretted that the ugly developments had led to the party losing governorship and legislative seats. He spoke while inaugurating the tripartite consultative committee of the executive, legislature and leadership of the APC chaired by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo at the council chamber of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He said, "But we must admit to ourselves that our party has been too often embroiled in bitter and on occasions totally unnecessary squabbles, costing us seats in the legislative and gubernatorial elections. This never should have happened. We are here to make sure such occurrences never happen again. We must now ensure regular consultation between the party and the government. I am a firm believer in the doctrine of separation of powers, which is fundamental to our constitutional democracy, but our practice should be harmonious checks and balances, devoid of bitterness and petty rivalry." Noting that the APC enjoyed a clear majority in the Senate and the House of Representatives, Buhari said the working relationship between the executive and the legislature had been excellent so far. As one government, we must further align ourselves and be alive to our electoral promises. We need to nurture our party, which is the platform that will take us and our country forward, he added. While inaugurating the committee, Buhari noted that its success would directly enhance the success of his regime and greatly improve the conditions of the people. The Senate President Amal Lawal told State House correspondents after the inauguration that the federal lawmakers will no longer tolerate appointees of the president abusing the National Assembly. In his remarks, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, said the idea behind the committee was for officials to speak with one voice without sacrificing constitutional responsibilities, principles of checks and balances, and separation of powers. Like they always say, a word is enough for the wise. There's no doubt that Oshiomole caused a lot of problem, and that was why it was sacked. It was not even he didn't even finish his tenure. He was really sacked, and that was why they disband this NWC. They just dissolved the NWC completely. You see that Oshiomole is just trying to Oshiomole is trying to play along. Within him is not happy at all of those things that say, oh, it was the president that called me to come and work for the party, this and this and that. They called you, and at the end of the day, when they were to sack you, they didn't tell you. You just heard it on the pages of newspaper that you were sacked. They know what is happening, and that was why they just tried to cover the whole thing up. Even before then, Oshiomole would have gone because a lot of allegations were on him. A lot of allegations were levied against him. A lot of this thing were really against him. So they know they just have to, like, let's just, what, let us just say leave this, let him go. Before now he would have gone, but they were just trying to patch, but at some point the center could no longer hold. They just have to see it. If this man continues like this, you can imagine there's relative peace in APC since Oshiomole left. Everybody, the whole place is calm to a very large extent. That does not mean that other people too are not they were not part of the problem then. That doesn't mean that they were not part of the problem. But the major thing there was that Oshiomole was always, and the way he was talking, was just inciting a lot of things. They know it. They lost some governorship election. They lost a lot of things. We don't need a soothsayer to tell us the people who caused all of those things, not being able to relate with other people, not being able to know what other people feel about it. The whole thing was just too much. Well, for the president, I don't know whether everything he's trying to say, because when you hear these people talk, you just like, oh yeah, everything is fine, I feel all right. They are comfortable, they are well to do, they don't have anything to worry about, they don't think about anything, they don't think about whether my salaries will be paid or not. They don't even touch their salaries because the remunerations that is accrued to the position they are holding is enough for them to do whatever they want to do. They don't buy anything, so they can sit down and just be really reeling out some speeches or whatever they have been written, that has been written for them to broadcast to the people. They don't know what it takes. They don't know what it takes. For somebody who is patriotic, you don't need to go through those suffering before you know what people are going through. And by so doing, if you are patriotic, you will go out of your comfort zone to go and see what is happening on the field. These people, have they done that? No. So I will do this, I will do this so that everybody will live better. See security, all of them together. What are they doing? Even in as much you are going to be complaining about some of the people who are causing problem in the party, but your position, your body language to the issues in the country, is not palatable. It's not making people to, it's not making giving people comfort. It's not giving people comfort at all. So what are we talking about? Well, APC has not done anything to deserve voting. Example, headquarter of poverty. Number 3, terrorists in the world, backwardness policy, and so on and so forth. Yes, just like I said, a lot of the position of the government, the position of the president, the position of all the police policies, they are just not friendly to the masses. All the policies from A to Z. Tell me, all the policies they've brought to the people, how has it affected the people? Positively, but it has affected them negatively. So what do we have to say? So everything is all encompassing. When there's a leadership, when you have a leadership that is not even grounded, does not even know much, then what do you expect? Those who are following him, those who are in the party, they will do and undo, because they know that nothing will happen. They know that at the hub there, nothing will happen, nothing is being done to check and correct their excesses. That's why everybody does what he feel or he or she feels like doing, because they know that at the end of the day penalty there's no penalty for their misbehavior. And that was why it's lingered to that level. At the end of the day, they had to sack Oshiomole. But from their own angle too, even from the executive, what difference have they made from the past administration? They still the same thing, business as usual. Talk every now and then. We'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do that. But at the end of the day, nothing. Nigerians are still moving round circles. No going back, no moving. Whether okay, if you can't go back, even if you can't go back, at least you still be where you are. But a situation whereby you are still moving back, what does that tell one? That means it's gonna take a long time for progress to be achieved. For progress to be achieved. So guys, let's hear your opinion. Leave your comments and let us know your thoughts.